first thing is to be honest with yourself. You can never have an impact on society if you have not changed yourself.
You may have arms and legs, but unless you know three things. Number one, who are you and what your value is? Number two, what is your purpose here in life? And number three, what is your destiny when you're done here? If you don't know the answers of any of those three questions, you're more disabled than I.
So everybody in this life is attached to a lot of people's destiny, whether you like it or not. So if you think that talking about it is the best way out, then think again, because you have inside you a talent that no one else out there has. And I know you can make it.
No matter how bad it is, or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it. Say that to yourself every day.
Hello there, it is Rising Prime Hour, your program that motivates you, that encourages you, a program that tells you how to go about your life. It's another exciting edition, I must tell you. We've got a lot in stock for you. But let's quickly say a word of prayer, as it is a norm on this program, by reciting the second stanza of the national anthem. So if you're a Nigerian, like I will always say, kindly join me in the recitation of the second stanza of the national anthem. O God of creation, direct our noble cause, guide our leaders right, help our youth the truth to know, and love and honesty to grow, and living just and true. Great lofty heights attain, to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign. Amen. If you're just tuning into your favorite television channel, it is Rising Prime, and we're about getting started. On today's edition, like I told you, today's edition is quite loaded. We shall be bringing you an exclusive interview that we had with Dr. Gabriel Chuma Onyekuru. He is the director of the Marvin Academy. He explained to us the reason why a lot of youth should not do crafty things to make it in life, the implications, the pros and cons of it. And he gave his words of admonition to youth that are willing to make it in life. Let's take a listen at his story.
I worked in an oil servicing company, a French oil servicing company. I went in there as a timekeeper, and things transformed from there. Because at the time I went in, the company was still very small. In fact, we didn't have much job there. But within a few years that I got in there, everything just opened. I don't forget one particular incident when I was still very young and trying to catch up with the word of God. The company sent me to represent them in a matter, a court matter in Warri. But the lawyers in the court were, you know how lawyers do, they were mocking me, they were saying all sorts of things. Who is this small one? That is it the only person? Is it the person the company could just send, as if I wasn't really a person? But a judge, I can't still remember the name, but it's a Yoruba name. The judge really gave me a word of motivation. And he told the entire court that he should leave me, that I am the representative of the company, as far as they sent me down. And he remembered in his own case, he was a typist. And after that, he had to enroll in school. And as at that time, he was sitting as a judge of the court, the high court. And for this young man, he predicted that just like he is coming to the nobody knows where he will get to. That gave me some strength. So each time I see young people come to me, especially those who are very hardworking, I really don't appreciate when people think they can make money through very short cuts, in whatever form it is. Okay, when people are hardworking, you can be rest assured that your tomorrow is guaranteed. And God helps those who help themselves.
Talking about shortcuts, doctor, you just made mention of, probably some youth would believe the best way to get to that top is cutting corners. What would you have to say? Because the rate of unemployment in Nigeria is quite alarming and fast rising. What would you have to say about this, probably graduates or youth who think the way to make money, the way to be successful in the nation at the moment is to do one crafty thing or the other. Some of them think maybe going into Yahoo business is a way. Some of them, as a matter of fact, there's this trending thing in the nation now where a lot of youth engage themselves in bets. You understand it? Some of them don't even want to do anything vocational to get money. They believe, okay, if they go to play bet, use 100 naira probably to get millions of naira, they are going to make it fast. What would you have to say about this, doctor?
Well, thank you so very much for this question. And I've always believed that people should do their best, especially when they are young. When we talk about age, people do not understand until you see yourself, you are an aged person. Getting aged is just something that you wouldn't know when it happens. I remember when I was much younger, I could do a whole lot at the same time. Now I'm seeing that it slowed down. That is because of age. So people should take advantage of the youthfulness and do something. The idea of getting into one form of crime, whether they call it 419, or they call it Yahoo Yahoo, or they call it smartness, you get into any business relationship with somebody, as soon as the person gets money into the hands, it's disappearing. Is not helpful because this will always come back to haunt the person, no matter how many years. It's something that instead you don't want to be associated with as a young man. There is massive unemployment in the country. We know that our leaders, political leaders, have not been helpful. We must be clear on that. We must say that they've not been helpful to us. Looking at Nigerian history where we started from, things were good, rosy, when some of these so-called political leaders had their own youths. Things were just there, they could get a scholarship, they could get employed after graduation, but right now every aspect of life has been degraded by our political leaders. They are self-serving, so they created a whole lot of unemployment, and some youths think they can go through the other way and make money. No, there's still something you can do for yourself. I believe that we've been blessed in this country. I believe that God, I know what some of the white people do. Yeah, so you could see white people who pick cans, empty cans. They just go about picking that to make money. And some of our people who are there, they do all sorts of jobs. I mean, that is where you will appreciate that Nigerians are really hardworking. But what is it here in our home place that we just do not want to do something for ourselves? Vocational training is there. In fact, sometimes when I pass by, I say, we have a lot. Even the farmlands, you can work in the farm. You can get into the empty farms everywhere. You can do something for yourself. And you can get rich from every aspect of human endeavor, other than trying to steal. And the political leaders have so many that they make the youth to run around them. Some use our phone, internet, and Facebook, WhatsApp from morning 24 hours. And that is not life. So they have to change this orientation. The culture is not helping. Our value system is so messed up that people now think the best way is to get money out of somebody and run away with that. That is not going to help this country. And our leaders have to do something about it.
Okay, sir. Doctor, on a final note, what would your advice be to that poor Nigerian out there, that vulnerable Nigerian, that less privileged Nigerian, that youth, that graduate who doesn't have a job right now, that person who's thinking that the next step to go is to go commit suicide because of the economic challenge or whatever it is they're passing through right now? What would your advice be to them as probably someone who is planning to come to the limelight in the nearby future? What would your advice be for them?
Let me tell you something. Your life belongs to you. It doesn't matter the background you're coming from. Your future belongs to you. It doesn't matter who is the governor, who is the president, who is representing you as a chairman or anywhere. It doesn't matter who your parents are. So long as God could help you have that square meal, 3 square meal or whatever that can sustain you. Some of us didn't even have the opportunity for the 3 square meals. But whatever you found yourself in, whether you're studying as a student, even in secondary school, what we do in school is, preparing people for future, developing your personality, helping you find life, whether it is teaching or skill development or values or belief system. What it is your personality developing. God has endowed you with some gifts that if you continue with what God has given to you, no human being can take that away from you. And sometimes we are intimidated or we are brainwashed so that we drop what would end or what God has prepared us to do here for humanity. We leave it to do other things. So whatever you find yourself doing, make sure you are doing it with the best of your ability. Be passionate about it. If you find yourself engaged in any form of work, even if it is a temporary work with somebody, define yourself with that. That's an opportunity. Define yourself. Show that you can be trusted. A lot of people are looking for people to take care of their little business, their homes and all that. Don't, go out of the path. Stay focused and well directed towards the goal you're pursuing. It doesn't matter, you are into furniture making, do it well. When somebody gives you money to do a furniture, make sure you put that money resources. Take the little one that will be for you and make sure you use good materials, you deliver on time, and you make sure the person is happy. The tendency is that the person will come back. The tendency is that the person will recommend somebody else for you. If you are a mechanic and somebody brings his car, I tell you one experience. I bought a new Sienna into this country, and the mechanic, I took it to a mechanic to help me work. Do you know the mechanic went to lose so many of the parts and condemned that vehicle? By the time we went out and somebody said, why would they use this particular part for so thing, and that's what he was interested in. Now when we involved the police, what happened? The guy confessed. So how can somebody take his vehicle to such a person? If he had done a good job, the tendency is that you will rely on him for even more, and you will recommend other people. So that is not the way to life. If you find yourself in any office, I bet you if you work towards the goals, you align yourself with the management, the top management, whatever they ask you to do, you try to do it and try to help them achieve their targets. The tendency is that you will grow on that job. But when you begin to want to cut corners and you want to make it within the shortest period of time, of course, you may not stay there for long, and you will get back into the job market. And for the many people that are left unemployed, our government will need to do something. We cannot continue to vote in people with questionable backgrounds to lead us. It's not about money or rice and the fertilizer or whatever thing they try to deceive us with. You must make sure that those people those people that are used for thuggery, don't allow yourself to be used by somebody. Maybe God has destined you to be far bigger than that person that is using you. Why waste your life? Things that will not pay you. So I think that we need to do whatever we find ourselves in to do very, very well. The tendency is that we will go. Watch yourself 2 years after that, 5 years after that. It can never be the same.
I am rising prime, no matter what may come my way. I will not give up on life. I will not give up. I will not give up. I am rising prime.
Welcome back, and I hope you found Dr. Chuma Onyekuru's story quite motivating. There's a story I would like you to watch for some of you who had given up, who had said there is no point chasing my dream, there is no point chasing my career, probably because of the economic downturn. Maybe you're passing through a challenge or the other, and you've just said to yourself, there's no point chasing my dream. This is a story that will edify you. This is a story that will really, really blow your mind. The founder of KFC restaurant, Colonel Sanders, a man who actualized his dream at his old age.
The story of Colonel Sanders, founder of the KFC restaurants. At 5 years old, he lost his father. At 16, he dropped out of school. At 17, he was fired from 4 jobs. At 18, he got married and became a railroad conductor. At 19, he became a father to a little girl. At 20, his wife left him and took their 1-year-old baby daughter with her. At 22, he joined the Army, applied to law school, and faced rejection after rejection from school and the jobs he was at. He then became an insurance salesman. Another failure to be added to his messy resume. He decided to be a cook and a dishwasher at a small cafe. At 65 years old, he retired. On the first day of his retirement, he received a check from the government for $105. What a slap in the face. How could he survive on a $105 monthly budget, he thought, at such an old age? Feeling like a total failure, he decided to commit suicide. He sat under a tree, writing his suicide letter and will. Then all of a sudden he thought of writing instead what he would have accomplished had he had the choice to start his life all over. He realized there was so much he hadn't done yet. One thing he realized, that he could do like no one else. Actually, he could do it better than everyone else. That was cooking. Cooking the best chicken anyone had ever tasted. He borrowed $87 to buy a fryer and his recipe ingredients. He lived on his unique fried chicken recipe, trying to sell it door to door to his neighbors in Kentucky, as well as trying to license it to restaurants. He was rejected yet again, 1,009 times from the restaurants he tried to license his recipe to. The 1,010th restaurant gave him his yes moment. KFC was born. At 88, Colonel Sanders became a multi-billionaire and KFC the second biggest food empire. Now, KFC has over 20,000 locations in 123 countries. Moral of the story? You have what it takes to be successful. Don't give up. It's never too old to dream. Go after your wildest dreams now. Believe in the quality of what you do and in yourself no matter how many times you get rejected. Make a difference and enhance people's lives. You can. You will.
Welcome back, and I hope someone there would go and dig up that dream again and run with it. Let's go on this musical break. When we come back, the program continues. Please stay with us.
Woke up one Sunday morning, told my daddy I'm leaving home. I'm going off to the city tomorrow, even though I don't know where to go. And daddy says, son, don't be a fool, 'cause life in the city is unbelievable. Get broken, oh, you're just a little boy, and you may never find your way. And I say, I know I could get lost, I know I could get broken, I know Forgive me, Father, but I gotta take a chance. Oh, I'm already gone, so just pray for me. Pray I find my way. Oh, forgive me, Father, but I gotta take a chance. Oh, I'm already gone, so just pray for me. Pray I find my way. Oh, forgive me, Father, but I gotta take a chance. Oh, I'm already gone, so just pray for me.
Rising pride, no matter what may come my way, I will not give up on life. I will not give up. I will not give up. I am rising pride.
Welcome back, and I hope you guys enjoyed the song for today's edition. We shall be going into our motivational video for this week, and like I will tell you guys, if you miss any edition of this program, don't miss this segment. So enjoy the package for this week.
Eyesight and mindsight. Eyesight is judging on what you see, judging according to appearances. But mindsight is how you interpret what you see. One guy said, "It's not possible, it's over, I'm finished. I can't do it. I can't make it." He surrendered. I've faced rejection again and again. I'm not going anymore. There are no jobs out there. But this other guy, he felt that in spite of the no's and rejections, in spite of how bad the economy is, in spite of what the newspapers are saying, that it's possible that somebody somewhere will give me a job. He just kept going, thinking it was possible. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That's what we have to do with our dreams. Because things happen to you in life that you can never, ever anticipate. And many times when those things happen, you want to give up. Easy is not an option. It's hard living. Life is hard. See, it's hard when you are 49 years old, been working on a job for 17 years, and they come in and tell you you're finished and give you 1 week severance pay. And you got to start all over again. It's hard handling just the tragedies of life. It's hard. When you're working on something and you put everything you have in it, and it doesn't work out, you lose your money and other people's money. Know what I discovered? When you're working at your dream, somebody said the harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. It's good to you. Why? See, what you become in the process is more important than the dream. That's far more important. The kind of person you become, the character that you build, the courage that you develop, the faith that you're manifesting. Oh, it's something that you get up in the morning, you look yourself in the mirror, you're a different kind of person. You walk with a different kind of spirit. You've got to have that kind of courage, that type of determination. If you want to make it happen, it's you. But you've got to take personal responsibility to make it happen. You must have faith. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in your abilities. You've got to believe in your service, your company, your ideas, unquestionably. You've got to have faith, and that faith gives you patience. That it's not going to happen as quickly as you want it to happen.
It's your dream. If you want it to happen, get your butt up and make it happen. If you want it to happen, rise and grind.
I dare you not to go back to sleep. I dare you to get up, and I dare you to chase your dreams.
It's possible you can win. Whatever comes to you, don't run from it. Don't try and duck it like most people do. Step toward it. You want to make your dream come true, you got to stay focused. Some people rather get even than get ahead. Stay focused on where you want to go. Where are you going with your life?
I am rising prime. No matter what may come my way, I will not give up on life. I will not give up. I will not give up. I am rising prime.
Welcome back. This is where we draw the curtain for today's edition. I'm going to leave you with this word: to always aspire to acquire that desire that you admire. If along the way you perspire, please do not retire. Instead, you refire to acquire that desire that you admire. For sponsorship and advert placement on this program, kindly contact the numbers on your screen. And if you're just tuning into your favorite television channel, you're not missing out totally. You can follow us on our social media platforms to watch every segment of this program. I remember my humble self, Israel Akindi, and I urge you to keep watching Rising Prime and keep rising. Bye for now.
The first thing is to be honest with yourself. You can never have an impact on society if you have not changed yourself.
You may have arms and legs, but unless you know three things. Number one, who are you and what your value is? Number two, what is your purpose here in life? And number three, what is your destiny when you're done here? If you don't know the answers of any of those three questions, you're more disabled than I.
So everybody in this life is attached to a lot of people's destiny, whether you like it or not. So if you think that talking about is the best way out, then think again, because you have inside you a talent that no one else out there has. And I know you can make it.
No matter how bad it is, or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it. Say that to yourself every day.